Welcome to 1 Million Cups. We're glad that you're here today. Excited to have two speakers to share with you. Ashley Milner with Arrive Coworking and Carlos Barreda with OrderByVoice will be our speakers today. A little bit about 1 Million Cups. We are a nationwide organization that is here to connect entrepreneurs with each other. It's a unique situation. You can come to Lincoln if you're traveling. There's also many other places that you can stop by. This is just in the Midwest region. I know it could be a little intimidating to come to some place that you don't know anybody, but you never know if you walk in who you might connect with. This would not be possible without our sponsors, the Mill for the coffee, all important coffee, right, to get started off the day. We are sponsored by the Kauffman Foundation, which is based out of Kansas City. Right now, about half of our organizing team is at an event there where they're going to learn more about 1 Million Cups and actually how we can make our organization and our networking even better. Lincoln Partnership for Economic Development, Baird Home, they provide office hours, and I'll talk a little bit about that later. Don't Panic Labs, right here, you couldn't ask for a better space, right? You don't have to fight for parking, great space, so we're very grateful for that. Escape Lincoln, Fuse, Dow, Barreda with Merrill Lynch, and Alloy Stream. And these are the faces of your organizing team. So if you see anybody that you recognize on here, or if they have a 1 Million Cup t-shirt on, please reach out to us. We offer a lot of different services other than just organizing these meetings. So if you have questions about resources or how you can make connections, please contact one of us. Make sure that you check in. This is how we make sure that we have an accurate count of who's here. And the main organization in Kansas City also looks at those numbers. So if you could just take a minute to be able to do that. There's also some table tents on your tables that you can scan that code and check in that way. Office hours. We have office hours to provide resources to all of you after our speakers are done speaking. Shen Shi is right here for help on marketing and nonprofit strategy. Quentin Farley, I don't see Quentin's here. He is with the Nebraska Business Development Center, and he is the expert on government contracting. His office is actually where my office is, so I see Quentin quite often. Dow is here with Merrill Lynch, and Dave is here for your small banking needs. Dave's in the back. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask any of us. And we're going to get started with our first presenter. If you all would please help me welcome Ashley Milner with Arrive Coworking.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. It's such a privilege to get to be in a room this early in the morning with a whole bunch of empowering, entrepreneurial-minded people like yourself. So it's a privilege to be here. We've all heard the saying that your network is your net worth, right? Your network is your net worth. I think it's all fair to say we've heard that at some point. But this morning, I would like to ask a different question. What happens when you have the talent, the work ethic, and the dream, but you don't have access? You don't have access. Where do you build your network then? And if you don't have the right access, and you don't have the right community, and you don't have the right people to open a door for you, how are you going to build your net worth through your network if no one's granting access? That's my question today. What if your kitchen table isn't working anymore? I don't know about you guys, but I have 3 little kids, 7, 5, and 4. Half the time I'm breaking my neck on Legos, and the other time they're bouncing on my head. What if that no longer works for you anymore? What if you're trying to grow a business while your kids are running through the house, the dog's barking, and every single day feels like you're building alone because you simply do not have the access? What if you keep showing up to networking events? And I don't know if you're a big networker, but I've been around a little bit to see it's the same people talking about the same thing. That's not networking, right? It's the same people everywhere you go, and you leave with a big stack of business cards instead of meaningful relationships. That is the question that has led me to Arrive. I'm Ashley Milner. I'm the founder of Alpha Empire. I'm the new owner of Arrive Coworking and Community here in Lincoln. And before becoming an entrepreneur, I spent more than 15 years working in corporate America, helping develop people, solve problems, build teams, high-performing teams at that. Today, I'm also a real estate agent with Remax Concepts here in Lincoln as well. And through every chapter of my career, one thing has remained the same, and that is I've always been passionate about helping people grow. And as I've built businesses on my own, and as I continue to build, I've realized something. And what I've realized is that talent is everywhere. Take a look around the room. I think it's fair to say that, right? Great ideas are everywhere. I know we have a lot of really good ideas. Hardworking people are everywhere. That's what Nebraska is, right? Not for everybody. We're all hardworking. We know that. But you want to know what I've realized, and I continue to realize? Access isn't the same, and it's not the same for Black women that look like me starting small businesses in Nebraska. It's just not the same. And I think sometimes what I've seen in my own personal story is that what holds someone back isn't a lack of vision or work ethic, or you're not working hard enough, or you're not ambitious enough, or you're not determined enough. Sometimes it's simply not knowing where to go. It's not knowing who to ask. It's not knowing who to call. It's not knowing the right room to get into. And what happens when you don't have that type of access, you're not able to build those relationships that would naturally grow. And so, as I said, as a Black woman building business in Lincoln, I've learned that relationships can open doors just as much as experience can. That realization shaped the way I think about business, our community right here in Lincoln, and especially leadership. And so, when I had the opportunity to purchase Arrive, it wasn't about buying a co-working space. I was investing in a place where opportunity could grow and access could be granted. Because I believe where people gather shapes what they build. And so for some of you, you know that yes, Arrive offers private suites. By the way, we have 3 available. Contact me after. We offer conference rooms, we have meeting space, we have dedicated desks, we have flexible memberships, we have networking, we have coffee, we have all those really great things, right? But all those really great things aren't the mission of Arrive and what Arrive has been built on. The real mission is creating access. Access to mentors, which I see a few in the room. Shout out to Karen Kasbaum and Jenna Vitosh. It's mentorship, right? It's access to education, fair access. Not just because you have the money, not just because you have the connections, not just because you show up really well on paper, but true access to opportunity, access to partnerships, right? Because business doesn't grow in isolation. That's why we're here today. And so people do. People do, right? My vision is bigger than one building. I believe Arrive is just the first chapter of many. I envision a network of Arrive hubs all over the Midwest, all over the state of Nebraska. Industry-focused communities that connect entrepreneurs, relationships, education, professional services, and opportunities that they need to grow. Imagine a space where someone with a business idea knows exactly where to begin. And that's what Arrive has done for so many professionals in this community today, is they've been that open door for them. But I want to go a little bit deeper than that, right? Because being intentionally connected and knowing where to go, where everything is housed all in one building, to me, that's the future of co-working. Not another 500 square foot suite, not another $500 lease, not another 6-month opportunity, but it's an intentional, connected environment that's more than just renting a space. It's about creating places where people become more confident, which is what Arrive has done for me. It's about allowing people to become more connected and more equipped to build successful relationships, businesses, environments, and opportunities to make Nebraska a better place. And so here's what I'm working toward. Today I'm focused on transforming Arrive from a place where people rent, a community that's bigger and beyond that, right? Where people grow. To continue the legacy that Jenna has put in place for me and put that torch forward so that success isn't measured only by occupancy rates and memberships and exposure, but by businesses launched, partners formed, nonprofits strengthened, referrals shared, and true lives impacted and transformed, no matter if you're a business owner or not. And so what I'd love feedback from all of you on is I'm looking for insight from entrepreneurs, universities, corporations, nonprofit leaders, investors, economic developers, developmental organizations, and community builders. And what I would love from you is I would love your ideas on strategic partnerships, innovative programming, and how we can create measurable outcomes right here in Lincoln that strengthen Lincoln's entrepreneurial community, especially minority women and men right here in Lincoln, to create real change. And my biggest challenge is, it's not filling offices. I'm a real estate agent. We're going under contract all day, even at midnight. That's not the challenge. It's helping people rethink what co-working can become. How do we do that? How do we create a place that's known not simply for where people work, but for where they build relationships and where real confidence is built and opportunity? How do we create a connected business community where access is easier to find for people that look like me? What do we do? And how do we build a place where someone walks in looking for a workspace, but they walk out with a mentor? They walk out with a partnership. They walk out with a new client. They walk out with a new perspective. They walk out with new confidence, and they step forward into a future that they've, in their wildest dreams, never imagined, which is what happened with me when I had the opportunity to purchase Arrive. Thank you. I look forward to hearing your thoughts.
This is for you, Ashley.
Thank you. I need a good
speaking.
cup. Of course. Thank you so much.
So you touched a little bit about what we could do. So I think everybody has a good idea about that. We'll open it up for questions.
Thank you, Ashley. I really admire your vision. And actually, I've been to your space before you purchased it. And because I'm a person with no car, I remember vividly it took me 30 minutes to bike over there. And when you talk about access, I think transportation is one thing that you can think about, like how can you make it easier for people to get there? Like imagine if I bike 30 minutes there and I'm all chilly and I wouldn't want to network or talk to people, or I wouldn't appear to be professional. And then the other thing is that I know that your space is tailored towards women, and you want to help women of color specifically. So I would think that programming, special programming, like maybe you collaborate with Echo Collective or Foundry has a program, like a incubator program that help, women or minority groups to become entrepreneurs. To join partnership program on training and offer like community-wide event for women. And also the other idea I think is really innovative is that I remember I was talking to a manufacturer here. I forgot the name. It's a big company, TSMC, maybe? TMCO, okay. So they actually created like a childcare center right on, I don't know, somewhere near their office. So people can just drop off their kids. And I don't know, who knows, if you have the space, you can even have a, different revenues, to add to your business. Yeah, just to make it women-friendly environment, yeah.
No, for sure. Thank you so much. Thanks for your commitment, right? You bike there. I mean, that is a huge commitment. It sounds like we need a donation for a bus, Arrive bus. Anybody got a bus? No. Okay, yay. On 40th and Old Cheney, right.
Right there.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I look.
No bus service on Sundays. So if you have events on Sundays, then.
That's very true. And we will be having events on Sundays. So thank you so much for your feedback. I definitely would love connecting with you after. You gave me some great tips and, businesses that I'm aware of, but I haven't tapped into quite yet. The purchase was on May 15th. So I just feel like I've been ripping and running since. And so anything that, you guys can offer, I definitely appreciate it. Luckily, the prior owner, Jenna, has been, giving me mentorship throughout. So that's helped tremendously. But absolutely, we have coming up in September on Sunday. So that makes a lot of sense. And I will take that into reflection and think about how I can merge that gap. So.
Great. Any other questions for Ashley? Yes, Randy.
Have you heard of WEAVE, the Social Fabric Project?
Yeah, tell me more about that. Is that a grant?
The Lincoln Community Foundation, it's a project they're working on with Ashley.
Yeah, I got nominated for that actually. So I've definitely heard, and I know a lot of women weavers that are supporting me in that. But yeah, I need to continue to lean into that because I know that is a very, a strong token here in our community. So thank you for reminding me of that.
Okay. Yes, Todd.
What kind of with the organization that you're building with Arrive, what kind of a net are you looking to cast for businesses? Are you going for all businesses in all industries, or are you wanting to focus on office-specific style businesses such as real estate and insurance, things like that, or are you open to trades and like blue collar trades and stuff that may need office space?
Yeah.
That nature.
Thank you. That's a really good question. And I'm looking for the most disruptive relationship possible that society typically wouldn't think that, we would want in a freshly manicured environment. I'm a Black woman operating on Plantation Drive, okay? That's the name of the street. So I'm really empowered to light it up. So I don't need to have corporate America professionals there. I need the roofer that's feeding his family. I need the single mom that's launched an LLC and she doesn't know where to go. I need people that can walk in the building and say, guess what? I belong here, even if my income doesn't reflect it, right?
The mobile diesel mechanic.
I'm looking for, obviously it's a professional environment, right? We can't do tune-ups and spark plug changes in the parking lot. But if it's an LLC, a nonprofit, a mom that needs to get back, a single mom, a working mom, a stay-at-home mom. Stay-at-home moms make millions of dollars. They need a place to operate, period. And I'm just looking for an impactation, empowerment opportunity to offer space to people that are shunned, people that typically wouldn't get a chance, people that are snubbed off because their business isn't earning 6, 7, 8, 9 figures. I'm looking for those people, right? I'm looking for the inspiration to create real change in our community. And it's not going to look like what we've seen in the past. It's going to be something different. And so in order to do that, in order to build community, I need people that are like-minded and not like-minded so that we can continue creating more of a seasoned opportunity so that we can have real change. Otherwise, if I cap it off, I'm going to fail. The second part of that is I will eventually, my dream is to create Arrive number 2, right? Because everybody deserves to arrive at their destination. Well, what would that look like? That's where I would probably implement more of a specialty hub where it would be a brokerage, right? I'm licensed in insurance as well. And so it would be a real estate brokerage, and then I would hire real estate agents under that brokerage. We would have an in-house underwriting team for insurance. We would have a closer, and we would have a mortgage company. And kind of organically now, we have a lot of that already at Arrive, and it's really awesome because there's not a lot of competition there. With me being the owner, me being a real estate agent, one of my tenants is a broker. He has 16 agents under him, and there's no competition in that. And so eventually it would be nice to have something more tailor specific, but right now it's my community that's going to help build me just as much. And I'm not interested in shutting the door on people that may not fit the status quo. Thanks for your question.
All right, thank you so much, Ashley. Carlos, if you'd like to come up here, we'll get you set up.
When I go to the store for steak, wine, and laundry soap, I usually get home with steak and wine and forgot the laundry soap. I've tried paper lists, but I forget them too. The one thing I never forget is my cell. So I thought, why not use OrderByVoice to solve the problem? And OrderByVoice is a free AI-powered shopping list that makes your shopping easier. If you go to OrderByVoice.com, you will get this screen. You don't need to provide an email or have an account to try the demo. When you click Try the Demo, OrderByVoice is going to create several accounts for you, each family member with various different lists with different capabilities. Let's log in as a mom and try OrderByVoice. Create list test. And now we just created a test list. Mowed the lawn. I need salt. And what has happened is OrderByVoice has grabbed my input, has sent it to AI, and AI has classified it. Now, as you saw, there's a little bit of a lag, and it can be longer because sometimes AI is slow. But OrderByVoice understands commands. And then it bypasses AI. You send the command to OrderByVoice by typing the word command, saying command, or typing the / as a shortcut. Products is a general placeholder when there's a product that you want to buy that you haven't assigned the store to. But in OrderByVoice, you can select stores. If you click on this little wrench here, there's a list of the stores in your area that OrderByVoice knows about. And you enable a store by just simply clicking on the check mark. And now that store is available to you in the drop-down list. Because I typed the / command, it didn't go through AI. And it was added to Super Saver because it's a selected store. And because OrderByVoice has the map for Super Saver, it knows that the product is on 3 North. But what happens if you shop at a store that OrderByVoice does not know about? Well, you can add locations with the add place command. And that has been added. I have a little bug. I need to refresh the list for that to appear. And now command is one of my places. Okay, I use the command shortcut, and now chocolate has been added to the command place. Amazon behaves a little bit different. Select Store Amazon. In Amazon, you have the Shop on Amazon button. When you click on that button, you're going to have all the items that you wanted to purchase at Amazon. And this part is very, very important. If you click on the link of one of the items, Order by Voice is going to send you to Amazon. From that moment on, anything that you purchase in Amazon, Order by Voice is going to get a small affiliate fee. That's one of the ways that I intend to monetize Order by Voice. But more importantly is I need to make 10 sales a month to get access to the Amazon Creator API. What will happen once I have access to the Amazon Creator API is you will click a button in Order by Voice, and Order by Voice will populate your Amazon cart, so the only thing you have to do is pay. Let's get back to Mom's list. We're gonna load her family list that she shares with her family. If I click here on Manage, Share, you can see that she has given that, the daughter and the son, edit capabilities, but the kid only has read-only capabilities. Mom can also share this list with somebody that doesn't have Order by Voice by clicking on the Share via link. Finally, let's have some fun and build Order by Voice using AI. Create list remodel. I want to remodel my bathroom. What do I need? And this may take a couple of seconds because sometimes AI is slow. And here's a list of tasks and a list of products. And it's a starter list, right? I can add to it, I can remove things from it. Any questions?
I think this app is good, but I think an additional feature where if I type in I need salt, and then your app will immediately tell me where's the nearest place I can get it and if they have it in stock. Because no point if I go over there and then they don't have it.
It can do that. Yeah. The big barrier, and I've been having a really hard time with it, is I haven't been able, for example, I've been trying to get to the C-suite of Super Saver, so they will give me their actual list of items and their locations. So that capability is built into Order by Voice, but I need to get the inventory from stores.
Thank you so much for your presentation today. My question is around the price point of your product. How much does the app cost?
$0, it's free.
And how long do the lists remain? Is it just a lifelong? So if I'm shopping at Whole Foods on the 1st and the 15th of every month, will my order or my receipts stay intact until I delete them?
Yes.
And when I share my list with my family, if they're not one of the organizers on my account that I've already assigned, do they have to download the app in order to retrieve the list?
You don't need to download an app, it's a website, so there's no app download. In order for them to be able to edit your list, they would have to have an Order by Voice account. So you can share your list with anybody that has an Order by Voice account, and you can decide whether they have read-only or edit capabilities. Now, it could happen that mom makes a list, that is on the way to the store, that doesn't have an account on Order by Voice. Mom can create a link that the dad can click and see the list.
What are your membership prices? Like, have you thought about your cash flow in this? If it doesn't cost, what are your ideas? Like, will I be able to scale to like a platform number 2 that gives me more internal access to the stores or anything like that? Like, or is this just like the framework of the model?
So if you remember, when you buy something through Amazon, I get a small affiliate link.
I don't shop at Amazon, but
For everybody else that shops at Amazon, when they buy from Amazon, I get a small affiliate link. So I'll get a little bit, a percentage of what they purchase. So I intend to monetize it via affiliate marketing.
Okay.
The first store is Amazon. I'm trying to get into Walmart. I'm trying to get into Kroger's. So that's one way that I can monetize it. I think this offers tremendous values to Super Saver. You know, imagine going to Super Saver and not have to look for anything. And imagine that everything is optimized. You can walk the aisles and find everything. So if I can get stores to use it, I could also charge stores. Joe?
Last time we presented on this, there was a restaurant client. Was that pivoted to this?
Correct. The barrier on restaurants was there's a ton of point of sale systems, and I don't have the resources to create interfaces to the different points of sale systems. So I thought, why not solve another problem? Doc?
I'm just curious how you're actually doing the voice processing. I'm assuming since it's free, you're not calling out to like OpenAI or Anthropic through APIs. So are you running like open source models, or how are you actually?
It's a WebKit interface. Okay. I'm using Gemini for the AI interface.
We always ask, what can we do as a community to help you? What would you like us to do to help you?
Two things. I'm looking for early adopters that would help me debug this. So if this is something that could make your life easier, I would love to meet with you and interact with you and make the product better. And the second thing, as I mentioned, when you purchase at Amazon, that really important thing for me is I need to maintain 10 sales a month to get access to their Creator API, which is going to make it much better to purchase at Amazon through OrderByVoice. So if you're going to buy anything at Amazon, if you could do it through OrderByVoice, just go to the test account, put it on the Amazon list, click on the link. That would help me out tremendously.
Okay. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Well, we encourage all of you to hang around for a little bit. Hopefully there's some coffee left, so help yourself to that. Meet somebody that you haven't talked to yet. And I'd also like to invite you to come back next week. We will have, I don't know for sure who's next week. I didn't look ahead of time. I apologize. Couple things to also bring to your attention. At the Entrepreneurship Center, we are hosting a monthly bail meeting. That's banking, accounting, insurance, and legal. It's the second Thursday of every month. You can come there and you can get advice, information from those experts. And then we also have other resources there that can help support you in your entrepreneurial journey. So we encourage you to do that. The next date is not July 9th. It is August 13th. So it is at the Entrepreneurship Center. Show up there. We'd love to have you from 11 to 1. Open coffee is every Thursday. So if you didn't get enough coffee today and you want some more, you can go to Crescent Moon. And very casual, open coffee. There's no programming format, but it's another opportunity for you to connect with people. And then if you're looking for something a little bit more spirited and you want to end your Friday, the last Friday of the month, you can go to Boiler Brewing Company and you can get a beverage there and also network with your fellow entrepreneurs. Make sure you check in, please. We are always looking for presenters. It is intimidating, right, sometimes to get up in front of a group of people that you don't know and present, but it's a great opportunity for you to talk about your business and to also ask for help. I know personally I'm not a great one for doing that, but when I do ask for help, great things happen. So we would encourage you, if you haven't presented recently and you would like to present, please contact one of the organizers and we would love to have you. And that's all we have for today. Again, please stay around, drink up the rest of the coffee, and thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next week.